All right, let's dive into something really interesting today.
Sounds good.
We're talking Dubai real estate, and specifically the potential of freehold property investment over there.
Okay.
We've got this great article by Dr. Puyan Gamari.
Yeah.
He's like a global economics and real estate guru.
Hmm.
He's also the founder of the A-Land platform.
Right.
And his article really digs deep into Dubai, like their tax-free zones and high rental yields.
Definitely.
We'll also talk about how their whole smart city thing is impacting real estate.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, it really is a whole different world over there.
It is. One of the first things that caught my eye was how Dubai just went all in on freehold zones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they totally changed their property ownership rules.
Huge change.
And it's attracted a ton of global investment, especially from big corporations.
Yeah, because they want a piece of that pie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're looking for a stable place to set up shop, and Dubai's got that.
It's a huge contrast from how things used to be, where only certain people could buy property, and even then, their options were limited.
Yeah, those old restrictions are gone.
Now with freehold ownership, individuals and corporations have all the control. They can buy, sell, lease, whatever they want.
It's a game changer.
Especially for those companies who really want to establish themselves in Dubai.
For sure. Can you imagine owning your office space in a global hub like Dubai?
Talk about a power move.
Seriously.
But it's not just the freehold thing that makes Dubai so attractive.
Right.
The government has all these pro-business policies to pull in foreign investment.
Oh, yeah, they've been really strategic about it.
It's working.
The tax-free zones, for example.
Oh, tell me more about those.
They're a big deal. Businesses get all sorts of incentives in those zones.
Like what?
Exemptions from corporate and income taxes.
Wow. So they can really boost their profits.
Definitely. Which is why so many companies are flocking to Dubai.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, there are some rules.
Right. There's got to be a catch.
These zones are usually for specific industries, and businesses have to follow certain regulations.
Okay, so it's not a complete free-for-all.
No, but the benefits definitely outweigh the limitations.
Makes sense. So we've got freehold ownership, tax benefits. That's got to be what's driving Dubai's popularity in real estate, right?
They're big factors for sure, but don't forget about the rental yields in Dubai.
Oh, yeah. I've heard those are pretty impressive.
They are. They often beat out other major cities.
Really?
Dubai's a hotspot for investors who want that passive income.
Now, that's something everyone loves.
For sure.
But can you give us some specifics? Which areas in Dubai are known for those high yields?
Absolutely. You've got prime areas like Dubai Marina, downtown Dubai, and Palm Jumeirah.
Oh, yeah. Those are the big names.
They're popular for both residential and commercial properties.
There's lots of demand.
Exactly, which means good rental income for property owners.
It's like a landlord's dream.
Pretty much.
So we're talking skyscrapers, luxury residences, waterfront views.
You got it.
That paints a pretty nice picture.
It does.
But how do those rental yields actually compare to other global cities? Like, give some numbers.
Okay, so while they can fluctuate, Dubai's consistently at the top.
Interesting.
Let's say you've got a 2-bedroom apartment in Dubai Marina.
Okay.
You could be looking at 6% to 8% annual yield.
Wow.
Now compare that to London or New York.
Okay.
You're probably closer to 3% to 4% for a similar property.
That's a huge difference.
It is.
No wonder people are investing in
But
Dubai.
it makes sense.
But beyond the immediate returns, what about the long term? Dubai's got this whole smart city thing going on.
That's right. They're not just thinking about today, they're building for tomorrow.
Okay, ambitious.
Definitely. They're investing in smart city initiatives and infrastructure upgrades.
And that's going to affect property values.
It should. Those kinds of improvements usually drive up capital appreciation in the long run.
So investing in Dubai today could mean being part of a city on the rise.
Exactly. They're creating a technologically advanced and interconnected urban environment. And that attracts global talent, businesses, innovation, all the things that boost real estate value.
It's like a chain reaction.
You could say that.
Dr. Gamari's article is really making me rethink Dubai.
It's pretty insightful.
Does he recommend any particular strategies for investors?
He does. He really stresses location.
Location, location, location.
Right. He specifically points to the Burj Khalifa area, Dubai Marina, and Palm Jumeirah.
Ah, the luxury spots.
They are, but they've also got a history of strong price appreciation and high rental demand.
So it's not just about the glitz and glamour.
No, there's substance behind it.
Makes sense, but even in a market like Dubai, there are always things to be careful about.
Oh, yeah.
What about the legal side of things? What should investors watch out for?
Well, Dr. Gamari's big on understanding the legal framework,
Okay.
especially for freehold properties.
Right.
Everything has to be registered with the Dubai Land Department, the DLD.
That sounds pretty standard.
It is, but there's more to it than that.
Okay, like what?
It's really crucial to talk to legal professionals who know UAE property law.
So you don't get caught out by something you didn't know?
Exactly. They can guide you through the whole process
They can make sure you're following all the rules.
and help you navigate any legal issues that might pop up.
So, location and legal due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Two key takeaways for our listeners.
Absolutely.
What else should investors consider before jumping into Dubai's real estate market?
The developer's reputation is huge.
So you're not just buying a building, you're buying into their track record.
Exactly. You want to know your investment is in safe hands?
So they'll finish the project on time and to a high standard.
That's the goal.
Are there any developers in Dubai that stand out in terms of reputation?
Dr. Gamari mentions Emar, Nakheel, and Damak.
Okay, I've heard those names before.
They've got a proven track record.
So they're known for quality, construction, and reliability.
That's right. They're a safer bet.
So it's like choosing Dr. Gamari's expert insights for this deep dive.
Makes sense.
We're going with the best.
It's trying to.
It seems like a good way to reduce risk in Dubai's real estate market.
Definitely.
But let's be real. Dubai is known for being luxurious, even extravagant.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that make it a really expensive market to enter?
You'd think so, right?
Yeah, like what if you don't have millions to invest?
Well, that's a bit of a misconception.
Really?
There are definitely high-end properties in Dubai,
Yeah, those are the ones you see in the magazines.
but there are more affordable options too.
Interesting.
Dr. Gamari talks about the flexible payment plans that a lot of developers offer.
So you don't have to drop a huge chunk of cash all at once.
Right. It makes it easier for people to enter the market.
Tell me more about these flexible payment plans.
So some developers let you put down as little as 10%.
10%.
That's not bad.
And then you pay in installments until the property's finished.
So that could really reduce the upfront cost.
You can?
10% down payment and installments, that opens up a lot of possibilities.
It does. It makes owning property in Dubai a lot more achievable. That's good news for people.
It is.
But even with these financing options, there's always a question of timing.
Yeah, when's the best time to buy?
Exactly. Is now a good time to invest in Dubai real estate?
Well, Dubai's market is pretty stable overall.
That's good.
But there can be fluctuations, because of global events or policy changes.
So how do you know when to make a move?
It's about staying informed,
Okay,
keeping an eye on market trends,
got it.
and maybe using some data-driven tools to help you make decisions.
It's like the ALAN platform.
Exactly.
So it's about doing your research and being smart about it.
Pretty much.
Beyond location, legal stuff, developer reputation, and market timing, Dr. Gamari also mentions Dubai's digital evolution.
Yeah, that's a big part of their story.
How does that tie into real estate?
Well, Dubai is all about tech advancements.
They're pushing to be a global leader.
Exactly, especially with their smart city development.
Right.
They're integrating AI, the Internet of Things, even blockchain.
Blockchain in real estate, that's wild.
It is, and it's changing how we interact with the built environment.
Blockchain is usually associated with cryptocurrency, right?
It is, but it can do so much more.
Okay, tell me more.
In Dubai, they're exploring blockchain to streamline property transactions.
So it makes things faster and more efficient.
Exactly. It creates a permanent record of ownership.
So there's no room for fraud or disputes.
And it could even make it possible to invest in parts of high-value properties.
Wait, what? You can buy a piece of a skyscraper.
It's called fractional ownership, and blockchain makes it possible.
So you don't have to be a millionaire to invest in Dubai's prime real estate.
Not necessarily. It opens up opportunities for a lot more people.
That's incredible.
It's a whole new way of thinking about real estate investment.
It's like the future's happening right now in Dubai.
It kind of is.
It all sounds amazing, but also a little overwhelming.
I get that.
How can investors keep up with all these rapid changes?
It's definitely a challenge.
It feels like the rules are constantly being rewritten.
They are, but that's also what makes it exciting.
Okay, I see that.
The key is to stay informed, be flexible, and use data to your advantage.
So don't be afraid to learn new things.
Exactly, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right. There are resources out there to help.
Like the ALAN platform, they provide data-driven insights.
So you can make sense of the market trends.
Exactly, and remember, Dubai's all about innovation.
So there will always be new opportunities popping up.
That's the beauty of it.
It's about staying curious and open to those possibilities.
You got it.
Dubai is pushing boundaries, and their approach to real estate is no different.
They're building a market for the future.
And those who adapt will be the ones who benefit the most.
Absolutely.
We've covered so much in this first part of our deep dive.
It's been a whirlwind.
We've talked about freehold ownership, tax-free zones, location, legal considerations, developer reputation.
And we even touched on blockchain and its impact on real estate.
It's a lot to take in, but it's fascinating stuff.
Right.
And there's more to come. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into Dubai real estate. We'll explore some of the more nuanced aspects of the market and delve into the trends that are shaping the future of this vibrant city.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back after a short break.
Looking forward to it.
So before the break, we talked about the practical stuff, like actually investing in Dubai. You know, the freehold ownership, the tax-free zone.
Right. The basics.
But now I want to dig into something a little different.
Okay.
Dr. Gamari's article mentions calls-related marketing in real estate.
Yeah, that's an interesting trend.
It is. What do you think that means? Especially in a place like Dubai.
Well, it shows how investing is changing.
How so?
It's not just about the money anymore.
Okay.
Investors, especially the younger ones, want their money to do good.
So they want investments that align with their values.
Exactly. They want to make a positive impact.
So it's not enough to just build another fancy skyscraper.
Not really. Developers have to think about purpose.
So they need to build with the cause in mind.
Right. Imagine a development that's also sustainable.
Okay.
Or one that supports the local community.
I see.
Maybe they partner with an environmental organization.
So it's not just about luxury, it's about doing good.
Exactly. And that appeals to a lot of investors today.
It sounds like a win-win.
It is. Developers get new buyers and investors feel good about their money.
But is this cause-related marketing thing just a fad?
I don't think so.
Really?
It feels like a bigger shift in how we think about investing.
Like it's here to stay.
Yeah, people are realizing that their money can make a difference.
That's a good thing.
It is. And in Dubai, which is already so innovative, I think it has a lot of potential.
Okay, so we've got ethically conscious investors, sustainable development. It's a pretty positive picture.
Definitely.
But let's not forget about the tech side of things.
Right. Dubai's smart city vision.
And the blockchain integration.
Right.
How does all that fit into the future of real estate?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Tell me more.
Dubai's push for tech isn't just about flashy buildings.
Okay.
It's about changing how we interact with our environment.
Including real estate.
Exactly.
So paint me a picture. What does a smart real estate market look like?
Okay, so imagine buildings with sensors everywhere.
Sensors.
Yeah. They monitor energy use, air quality, all sorts of things
To do what?
to optimize the building's performance.
Ah, so it's like the building is thinking for itself.
Kind of. It can adjust things to be more efficient
So it saves money for residents.
and makes the building more sustainable.
Pretty cool. What about blockchain? We talked about faster transactions, but what else can it do?
Blockchain's not just about speed.
Okay.
It can make property ownership totally transparent.
How?
Every transaction is recorded on a blockchain.
Which can't be tampered with.
Right. It's super secure, eliminates fraud, reduces paperwork.
So it makes the whole process smoother.
Way smoother.
And don't forget about fractional ownership.
Right. That opens up a lot of doors.
People who couldn't afford a whole property can now buy a piece of one.
Exactly. Blockchain makes it easy to buy and sell shares.
It's like democratizing real estate investment.
Pretty much.
It's amazing, but it also feels like drinking from a fire hose.
I know what you mean.
How can investors keep up with all this change?
It's a fast-moving market.
It's like the rules are changing every day.
They are, but that's also what makes it so exciting.
Okay, I can see that.
The important thing is to stay informed, be adaptable, and trust the data.
Any advice for our listeners who are feeling a little lost?
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Good advice.
There are resources out there, like the ALAN platform,
Right, they provide data-driven insights.
so you can understand the market trends.
And remember, Dubai loves innovation.
So there will always be new opportunities.
It's about being curious and open to those opportunities.
Exactly. Dubai is all about pushing boundaries.
And their approach to real estate is a perfect example.
They're building a future-proof market.
And those who can adapt will be the ones who succeed.
For sure.
We covered a lot of ground already.
Yeah. We have from freehold ownership to smart cities.
And from blockchain to sustainable development.
It's been a whirlwind tour of Dubai real estate.
It has, and I hope our listeners are starting to see the potential.
Me too. It's a unique market with a lot to offer.
But it's not a place to jump into without doing your research.
Absolutely. Due diligence is key.
Understand the legal stuff, the financial side of things.
And be prepared to adapt to change.
Because Dubai is moving fast.
Always.
Now, before we wrap up, Dr. Gamari's article makes a really interesting point.
Oh.
He talks about how Dubai's digital evolution could lead to a surge in real estate value.
That's a fascinating idea.
Can you explain that connection?
Sure, as Dubai invests in its digital infrastructure, they're becoming a hub for technology and innovation.
Which attracts more investment.
Exactly, and that attracts more talent and businesses.
So more people need places to live and work.
Right, and that drives up demand for real estate.
Which leads to higher prices.
It's a cycle of growth.
And those who invest early could benefit the most.
Potentially, yes.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
In a way, yeah.
Dubai's commitment to tech drives investment, which drives up real estate value, which attracts even more investment.
It's a powerful cycle.
It is. This has been an incredible deep dive into Dubai real estate.
I've enjoyed it.
We've gone from the basics to the future of the market.
And we've learned a lot along the way.
But with any investment, knowledge is power.
Absolutely. Do your research, understand the market.
And don't be afraid to seek expert advice.
Good advice.
Now, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave our listeners with a question to think about.
All right.
Given how fast technology is advancing
Yeah.
and Dubai's commitment to innovation, how might their smart city vision change the value of real estate even more?
It's a good question.
What new opportunities or challenges might emerge?
It's something to think about.
It is, because the future of real estate is being shaped right now.
Right here in Dubai.
In the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore some additional resources
Sounds good.
and offer some closing thoughts on how to navigate this dynamic market.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we've really dug deep into Dubai real estate, from their tax benefits to their whole smart city vision. But before we go, Dr. Gamari actually recommended some resources that our listeners might find helpful if they want to explore further.
Yeah, he's big on sharing information. His Aylin blog is a great place to start. It covers a wide range of topics, market trends, investment strategies, legal stuff, the impact of new technologies.
That sounds like a gold mine, especially for someone like me who's still trying to wrap my head around blockchain and fractional ownership.
And if you're interested in the whole real estate and cryptocurrency connection, Dr. Gamari also mentioned e-gold. They're really pushing the boundaries in that space.
I might have to do a whole other deep dive on that sometime. But for now, focusing on Dubai, he also suggested the Aylin Times for keeping up with the latest news and developments. Is that like their version of the Wall Street Journal for real estate?
You could say that. It's a really valuable resource for staying ahead of the game and understanding what's driving the Dubai market. It's not just about the big headlines, but those subtle shifts that can signal big opportunities or maybe even some potential risks.
So we've got the Aylin blog for in-depth analysis, e-gold for the crypto enthusiasts, and the Aylin Times to keep our finger on the pulse of Dubai real estate. That's a pretty solid toolkit for anyone looking to invest.
It is, and it shows that Dubai's committed to transparency. They want investors to have the information they need to make smart decisions.
Because a well-informed investor is a confident investor.
Exactly.
Well, it seems like we've reached the end of our deep dive. We've explored the unique advantages of Dubai's freehold property market, from those tempting tax-free zones to the potential impact of their smart city vision and the disruptive possibilities of blockchain technology.
It's been quite a journey, and hopefully our listeners have a better understanding of the opportunities and, let's be honest, the complexities of investing in Dubai real estate.
For sure. Dubai offers this amazing blend of luxury, innovation, and potential for high returns, but it's not a market to jump into without doing your homework. Due diligence, research, a solid understanding of the legal and financial landscape, those are all crucial.
Couldn't agree more. And with Dubai evolving so rapidly, staying informed and being able to adapt is key to success in this market.
So to our listeners who are thinking about taking the plunge into Dubai real estate, remember, do your research, be prepared to learn, and don't hesitate to reach out for expert advice. The potential rewards are huge, but so are the risks.
And for those who are just fascinated by Dubai's ambition and innovation, keep your eye on this city. They're constantly pushing the limits, and their real estate market is a perfect reflection of that drive.
Well said. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into Dubai real estate. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.